Okay, my webcam says I'm not getting audio. I'm just going to proceed forward and hope that I am. I wanted to just share a video update because partly I want to document what's happening, and also I thought this might be a good way to easily answer some questions that anyone might have. I was diagnosed with rheumatoid arthritis a month ago. I am in my very first flare, although I think flare is a really terrible word. It sounds flamboyant and glittery, and this does not feel like that. This feels more like being mugged in a dark alley by arthritis. So I wouldn't call it a flare, I'd call it an attack. And I have been in it now for a month and a half. How it all started was I was working at Starbucks for the summer, hoping to parlay it into a part-time job while I'm in school as a full-time student. And it was a great job, very demanding physically and mentally. And I worked really hard. And despite another condition that I deal with, my endometriosis, despite some issues around that made me have some kind of hard days. For the most part, I really just enjoyed my time there. And one day I was lifting milk jugs because we lift, those 2-gallon milk jugs to pour to make drinks. And I had a day where it really started hurting to lift them. So I got home that night and my arm was really swollen and in pain, and I went to lift my 8-pound dog, our Chiweenie named Angel, and my wrist snapped. You could audibly hear like just a snap sound, and Michael and I, my wife, just kind of looked at each other like, whoa. And so I iced it and rested it, and the next day I went to work, and basically I could not make a drink. I couldn't lift the milk jug. I made 2 drinks and I just couldn't work. So I got in to see a doctor, and he said he thought it was tendonitis and referred me to an orthopedist. I proceeded to, again, wrap my arm and saw an orthopedist a couple days later who said that he didn't feel necessarily that it was tendonitis. He felt like it acted a little differently than that. And so he referred me to a rheumatologist, but did, give me well, yeah, that was that. And then a couple days later, the pain was getting worse, and it had spread to my. First, it started off with my right hand, and then it spread to my left hand. And I thought that maybe it had spread to my left hand because I had been overcompensating by not using my right hand. So concerned, I got in a couple days later to see the orthopedist again, and he said, it was not acting like tendonitis, and to see that rheumatologist. And he also had a blood test done and said that I was positive for something called ANA. And I don't know in the moment what that meant. Anyway, so the pain just kept getting worse and started spreading into my hands. My hands were very swollen, my wrists, my elbows, knees, ankles, feet, and sometimes I even feel it in my neck and my hips, shoulders. Anyway, so as the pain was getting worse and my appointment to see the rheumatologist was a month and a half out, I called the rheumatologist's office and begged to get in. I was just like, please put me on your waiting list. I don't care. And they were able to get me in a week and a half later. And, she said that it looked like rheumatoid arthritis to her, and did another blood test. And so since then, I was put initially on 40 milligrams of prednisone. And I don't think she had put me on methotrexate at the time. No improvement after a week and a half. Things just kept getting worse. So I called, and she increased my dose to 80 milligrams or 60 milligrams prednisone and 10 milligrams methotrexate. And again, another week and a half, 2 weeks, no improvement, worse. So I am now at 80 milligrams prednisone and 20 milligrams methotrexate, and I am still getting worse. I have side effects from the prednisone. I've gained some weight. I have a hard time sleeping. Last night I got about 3.5 hours of sleep, so if I look very tired, that's why. And the methotrexate side effects make my mouth peel. Sometimes my chest hurts, and I get sort of numb feet. Also, the prednisone makes me kind of cranky. I hate it when I'm cranky. Michael hates it when I'm cranky. So, the pain, what the symptoms are like is I have pain in my hands as I as I put my wrist down. I got a nice shooting pain in my arm there. My hands basically ache all the time. Ache is even putting it nicely. It's more like a biting, kind of cramping pain, like cramps in my hand, biting. And it's like I just can't use them sometimes at all. It hurts to do just about everything with my hands. I have to use things like this. This is a little adapter on a spoon. I use, for the most part, voice recognition technology to write up my papers, because I can't handwrite at all, and I can't type. So the voice recognition technology takes about 3/4 of the work out of it. I still have to push certain keys for certain actions, but my workload on my hands is greatly reduced with the voice recognition technology. I have to have Michael help me with a lot of things. Sometimes I can't put on my bra myself or pull up my pants myself. I can't wear jeans anymore. I have to wear things that pull on and off very easily. Sometimes I wear these wrist braces, particularly if I'm reading or on the computer or lifting, or not that I lift much, but doing anything that sort of requires my hands. I get up and I take a hot shower first thing in the morning and do some joint mobility exercises in there. I go to physical therapy twice a week. I've been getting acupuncture twice a week. In fact, my first week of school, I transferred from PCC, Portland Community College, to PSU this term, and so I'm in my first term at PSU. And that very first week of classes, I had 7 different doctor appointments. The week after, I had 6. Last week, I had 4. This week, I have 4. So I'm often at the doctor's. I see the rheumatologist tomorrow, this Friday, and I made a packet for her listing all kinds of questions and symptoms and actions that I'm not really able to do very well right now. On the bright side, though, there is a workout center near my house, the Middleman Jewish Center, and they have a arthritis class, an arthritis swimming class. They have a 94-degree pool, and every weekday from 10 to 10:45 they have that class, and I'm just waiting to get the go-ahead from the doctor to go to that. So that's really cool. I'm still able to walk, not briskly, but I can walk a fair amount. I can actually walk about a half hour to 45 minutes a day. Anything over that pretty much makes my ankle swell and my knees swell. And then I'm kind of down for the count the next day. But so I'm still able to walk. I'm doing very well in my classes so far, considering it all. And I've had some amazing, amazing people uh, come through for me. Just support like I can't believe, people who also have chronic illness. Um, and just a side note, if you don't know what RA is, it is a type of arthritis, but it's different from osteoarthritis, which is typically what you see in the elderly and other people. This type of arthritis is actually an immune disorder, autoimmune disorder. So, like arthritis, you get the swelling and the flaring and the pain. What is different about this is it's a degenerative condition. It damages the joints permanently, and once the damage is done, it's done. Um, and so people have actually died from this disease, not to be dramatic. I'm not going to. But it's very debilitating. And some people, I guess there was a statistic I read, like 50% of all people diagnosed with RA end up disabled within 5 to 10 years. Um, so it's pretty serious. But the wonderful thing is there are new medications out there. They're called biologics and or bioidenticals. I think biologics, and they, like, you've probably seen commercials for Humira and Enbrel and stuff like that. And what they do is they actually fight joint damage right away, and a lot of people's RA is almost arrested from it. I mean, it is a lifelong disease for most people, but a lot of people are really able to go on and lead almost normal lives with the help of those medicines, of which I am not on the biologics yet. I'd like to be. Anyway, so the what I was trying to say is that there have been some really amazing people. Uh, some people in my recovery groups have really just been there for me, calling, supporting. A woman tomorrow is giving me a ride to my rheumatologist because Michael can't make it with me, and she's going to be there to sort of help me sort out all the information. My dear friend Julie has checked in with me very often, and she's got a lot on her plate right now. Another friend who has a chronic illness has just really been very supportive. And I also have a family member, wife of a cousin who has this disease, and she has been incredibly helpful with suggestions, and she sent me a packet on drug information. And so I'm really blessed. I think there are a few of my friends who, in recovery groups and otherwise, who maybe don't quite know what to do with me. I've had some people sort of, I guess, back away a little bit. And I think that's, we don't always know what to do with sick people. It's scary. And so I'm not bitter or anything. People are just at where they're at. But, the support that I have gotten has been immeasurable. And of course, my wife, Michael, who has just with with everything, she has just really been there for me. And making meals and doing chores that I can't do, and opening dresser drawers for me, and just, just really, in sickness and in health, she has really been an ally and a friend, and she is my love. She is my love. So the you know the the news is that right now it's getting worse. Not sure why, but I have hope. I know that one day at a time, things are going to be okay. And I know that this isn't happening for no reason. I feel like there is definitely a gift in this. And as I often like to say, I may not like all of the gifts, but they are usually the ones I need. And, this experience has really taught me to slow down. I have to do everything slow. I can't walk fast. I can't do anything quickly at all. And most of the time, I'm so tired from sleeplessness, or quite frankly, this disease just makes you exhausted anyway, that by the time I get out of the shower and I'm dressed, I need a nap. And so what's good is that I've been sort of forced to slow down because I've always been really sort of a go-getter, and I really just have to go moment by moment. I am seeing a mindfulness counselor, and so I'm now meditating 20 minutes a day. Um, and and just really, as my mom likes to say, I think it's something like, living at the speed of life or something. I really, another interesting thing is when you become disabled or quasi disabled, it's like a whole new world opens up to you. I feel like I walked through a door and am in another world where all these other disabled people are, and I see things so differently. Uh, I have always been an advocate for disability rights, and oh my God, wow. Even just little things like going to the bathroom and trying to wipe your hands with paper towels after you wash your hands, and, not being able to reach the paper towels because they're above the paper towel machine. And imagine trying to be in a wheelchair. It's just like, it's amazing. The other disabled, it's so weird saying I'm disabled, but the other disabled people that I'm connecting with are, these are like warriors. These are warrior people, um, League of Extraordinary People. Um, trying to get through life as it is, but then trying to get through life when you really do have obstacles. You have more obstacles when you can't use parts of your body. And it is not disabled. It is definitely differently abled. You find new ways to use your body to be able to overcome challenges and get done what you need to get done. And I, in a weird way, am honored to be a part of this group right now. So that's the update. I hope that answers some questions about how it started and what's happening for me. And so I wish everyone much love, much grace, and much health. And we'll update again, maybe, maybe not. We'll see. Okay.